You know, I just realized I've still got an ancient stream goal here that I should get rid of. Let me just deal with that real quick. I have no idea how to manage that. I'll figure it out another time. I'm looking at things, trying to do stuff and such. It's going, honestly, not amazingly, but I'm figuring it out. Alright, that should be that. Right. Right, I did do that, didn't I? Where is it located? I legitimately don't remember where the thing is there for... Turn that off. There it is. That's what I'm looking for. He wants me to deliver the thing, the sword, I think. And also explore. He wants me to explore. That's better. This is like a really good PC port, if anyone was curious. I may have beaten this on my Steam Deck. For the record, this is an interesting challenge. It's very doable, but it's just tricky. You gotta lead your shot if they're moving. That's what I did. I'm not sure how you're supposed to beat Darkhammer in a single hit. Read a letter during the dark. I don't even know how you'd do that. Oh, you know what? That you would just open up the menu, wouldn't you?
Hey!
I am up here, I said. To them, down there. Camera tilts, giving us otherworldly information about where Epona's gone. So this is Twilight Princess, the GameCube version with the Twilight Princess HD textures, obtained from the Wii U copy of the game that I definitely legally own. And it is on PC, and it just works. And I'm playing with my Steam controller, and it's great. Okay, so, weird thing. My, when I went and started capturing this game today, it was still over bright like, Mario World was yesterday, but when I reset the transform, I fixed it. It was weird. Hello. Yeah, I'm just taking a horse. Goodbye. I know, right? It's cozy.
Yeah.
I'm curious if the monkey already has the basket. I kind of want to find out, so I'm gonna go find out. I feel like the answer is a probably not, but... He does not. Okay. That being said, I'm gonna quickly get 15 rupees. 25 rupees. It'll save me time later. One of these. There it is. This is the PC port. Or at least one of them. I don't know if the other one's come out yet, but Dusklight is the one that is at the very least out now. Yes! There's Dusklight and another one that I can't remember the name of off the top of my head, but I don't know if it's out yet, so... Gyro, by the way. Yep. Okay, yeah, a little bit higher. There's also money on that tree over there. You actually have to climb the tree to get it. Yeah, I did. You'd think as a bird it would know not to crash into the ground, but here we are. And a little bit higher yet. I do wish that this animation didn't play every time. Okay, you know, we're just gonna skip that one. There's my park horse. 600 rupees is already a lot of the way towards the cost of the slingshot we're getting here. No, don't you even. Get in there. Ah, fuck, he's coming for me. Consider going the correct direction. You know where I'm trying to send you. Immediately sets up the course, and I'm immediately going to abandon because I know how to jump a horse. You know what's funny is the game still has these points where it autosaves like that, where it suggests that you should save. The game, the PC port itself, though, frequently autosaves in the background. Whenever you pick up money, I think, as well as a couple of other events. So, like, there's no real point. They told me to come outside, but I'm like, nah.
Hey!
You want me to L target you? Nah, I'm gonna Z target you. Or I'm just gonna climb up. One or the other. Yes, I know. I don't have the fishing rod yet. Or I could just do this. I'm gonna be mean to my bird. I wonder if there's mods to this? Oh, there absolutely is mods to this. Oh, I mean, beyond the obvious mods, there is, I mean, I'm using textures from the HD version of the game on the Wii U, so, I mean... But I mean, there is plenty of things. Like, there's even cheats. Oh, turn that off. Yeah, keep that on. Turn that off. I made a couple of patches for the game. So I was like testing stuff. Like I legitimately personally fixed like crashes that I ran into in my first playthrough, where there was crashes that only affected Linux, but technically also affected Windows. It just didn't crash on Windows. Because Linux is a lot more strict about, you know, if a program is like, you know, overflowing its own memory and stuff. Windows will just let it be and let the program crash. Whereas Linux will be like, no, that's not allowed, and kill it. Like, for example, in the original game, if you go and in Zora's domain at night, there is a Zora that'll carry you up a waterfall. And at night, the name of that cutscene is like 22 characters, but the game only allocates like 10 characters, so you end up writing memory out of bounds, which I'm surprised doesn't crash anything or mess anything up, like on the Wii, or rather on the hardware. Like it just doesn't. It's fine, except on Linux. Oh, fair enough. Let me adjust that. Let's see. Is this better? Maybe. Turn that down a little bit. This might be better. Give me... Is it better or no? Is it... I don't know. Go on, yell at me. You won't. Talking to the guy up there. As long as you don't break all of them, it's fine. I don't remember how I pull it back. Ah, that, okay. Just right joystick. So there probably is a Wolf Link only mod. There's a lot of cutscenes that are messed up if you're Wolf Link. Honestly, you also don't even need a mod for that. You could just come in here to cheats and just be like, yes, I am Wolf Link now. But no, it's somewhere in here. There is an option to force Wolf Link, or regular Link at any time. It's a bottle of milk. You know, for a store owner, she is really terrible at her job, just giving me a half bottle of milk for free. Dude, what is she doing? Wooden sword.
Hey.
Still on a lantern though, so I can't get the money out of the basement. Here's the real question though. Why is that there? He was just on the. He literally just climbed that. Did he leave it there? Was it a test of some description? I'm sus of that man. I'm sus of that man and his motives. Very, very sus. Oh my, I never noticed that. His face. I've literally never noticed that.
Yeah.
It's funny, they're like, hey, you should like L target, but you don't actually have to.
Yes.
You can just not. I love the meta commentary by the small child about, you know, about from Mallow, about how to do these things, or you know, you just hold B, you just hold L and press A. Yeah, real tough. Like Mallow's just like, yeah, you just press B. That monkey's a real character. Also, these children are just wild for just running after a monkey. Also, for the record, a sword made out of wood is a terrible sword. Like, as a training sword, it's fine, but for actual combat, no. It's not a great sword. Okay, fine. Pretty much, yeah. So in this case, it's actually implied to be a sword. It's got like a sharpened edge and everything. You know, that would be immediately not sharp the moment you used it as a sword. Let's go for a swim, shall we? There's no point to this. I just felt like going for a swim. Huh. Didn't I even catch them here? Neat. Right, there's no enemies in here yet, is there? No. There's this one over here. I was going to say, I could probably skip the lantern, but actually you can't. The webs cannot be cut with a wooden sword. Yes, give me the lantern. Which is just hilarious as a sales tactic, by the way. Because this whole thing is he's overcharging you for the oil, which is, you know, standard, you know, modern printers. But honestly, you pretty much never run out of oil. And when you do, there's a way better place to get it. And it's like not even that far away. How about that? We'll see about that. And it's a good thing none of these enemies bothered to, you know, bothered to bother the girl until arguably way too late. Because she's well past them. There is a chest over here somewhere. So I'm pretty sure this contains rubies, but it's just like around here somewhere. This is like the only opportunity you have to like wander around in this area without it being like covered in gas. Anyone who's played a Zelda game before knows you see two torches next to each other, you light them. Just how it is. Yeah, here's a real question. Why can't we use the Boko sword thing that they have? Not their club. It looks a lot more substantial than mine. Also, they're very much more club-like. With a stabbing point on the end. As long as you pay one, they won't attack you next time you come. And with this part of the game, there's an achievement for doing that actually, for ripping it off, for ripping the bird off, either entirely, which is what a lot of people thought, or just by doing what I just did. I wonder how the decomp of Wind Waker is going. Hang on, I'm checking that. Zelda Rat. Ocarina of Time done. Majora's Mask done. 18% of Animal Crossing. 70% of Wind Waker. Very nice. 100% of Minish Cap, 100% of Twilight Princess, 24% of Skyward Sword, 17% of the Breath. I'm surprised the Skyward Sword's going faster than Breath of the Wild.
Hey!
You just be like, yeah, you should get all the goats in the barn. Because we need to do this tutorial twice. For some reason. A tutorial for a thing that you will not use ever again.
Hey.
Just put that out there. At no point do you ever have to hurt anything with your horse again after this. Yet they tutorialized it twice, so clearly they expected it to be more of the game than it ended up being. There's always one. Sheer unlocked range hand, hell yeah. I bet that's for doing it in under 30 seconds. That was is that 2 minutes 31 or 2 seconds 31 milliseconds? Probably 2 minutes 31. Yeah, under 30 seconds to that. That's what I thought. Under 20 seconds would be wild. Under 18 seconds would be even wilder. Basically, you need to hurry up, lad. And she's gonna be like, I'm gonna steal your horse, even though my father's telling you need to be fast. I resent the statement that she's injured. As far as I can tell, she is not. That horse shows no signs of being injured. Like, it's not even a swollen joint. Horse joints are just like that. Now, to be fair, taking an opponent to the fairy fountain, not a bad way to go. It would heal the horse. In fact, it's such a miracle cure that I'm surprised more people don't go there just because. The angry face on this lad. Yeah, you can have the sword. I don't care. I mean, in reality, there's no way in hell I'd be giving these children my sword. But... you know, here's the other question. Why does Link get this little cubby area over here? Like, it's just... Is Link well moneyed or something? What's going on? I really wish we could jump down there, but it don't seem to let us. The number of people that are completely unaware that this exists out there is kind of funny. Also, I'm relatively sure the game won't let you open it, even if it is there, and you, like, nail its location without the lantern. I may be wrong, but I've never managed it. I know exactly where it is. It's directly across from the ladder, so. Right. See, now she's finding out the story, and she's like, yeah, okay, fair. Don't try to do anything outside your league. Well, have I got a story about the story that I'm about to have? I will never not think that this introduction to the Twilight was really, really good. Like, this whole set of cutscenes here is really good. And also, as a child, it gave me the fucking creeps. The last Zelda game that I had played prior to this, the newest Zelda game that I had played prior to this, was Majora's Mask. Ocarina of Time, and then Majora's Mask. So it kind of made me think, you know, that all Zelda games involve transformation and... Well, I mean, with Majora's Mask and Ocarina of Time, I thought they'd all involve Ocarinas as well, but we all know that that's not true. But it's the same with the transformation as well. I just managed to go from one to another that both had this. Also, Midna's smile there is just incredibly creepy. tooth just poking through for a second there. Oh my god. Aren't you scary? Yes, I am. I mean, so you say you're gonna help me, okay. I want to make a point. They call themselves Twilight, but they are still humans. They're just humans that have, you know, evolved into Twilight, in the Twilight. Minna is a human. Especially when you see the end of the game, you realize how true that is. True. Yeah, it took me a moment to remember what you're actually supposed to do there. Can I just say this game is amazing at not 30 frames a second?
What if you want? You aspire.
Also, the L is apparently Z now. Which button it is on the controller seems to depend on whether or not you're a human or a dog, but it's still the same button, so.
Feel cross coverage. Feel give us with two.
Minna just casually be like, yeah, you know how to fight, right? Just do that. Just do that now with your entirely different body. That glow's way... Like, there's so much glow going on there. I was going to say it glows way too much, but no, it's just really, really glowy in general. That's the one I want. Sure is handy that we're preemptively solving the flooding issue the castle was going to have in a short time since everyone's ghosts and unable to actually move anything. Ah, there it is.
Stop. That must be.
That's true. That is true. This era of gaming was just very Bloom. Very Bloom heavy. I'm just glad that Twilight Princess didn't get the piss filter that every other game had. Like, when you're in the Twilight, I will admit, it is that way, but that's very much like just a stylistic you're in the Twilight kind of choice. Not, you know, Call of Duty, everything must be piss. Grand Theft Auto 4 especially suffered from that. Right, but it's also Twilight. That's like the color of Twilight. When you're a human, it ain't like that. Yeah, genuinely, GTA 4 has suffered so bad. If you install a mod, and there's more than one, that removes the piss filter and increases the color saturation a little bit, the game is so fucking pretty. It goes from grays and browns to the entire spectrum of color. The game looks amazing. But because it was the style of the time, they had to put a piss filter on it and just make it look awful. At least Twilight Princess has a canon reason why it would look like this.
You need.
Didn't know those stones were loose on the edge there. Neat. Yeah, Need for Speed Most Wanted? Yeah, absolutely. It's not windy enough yet. I mean, to be entirely clear, though, GTA 4 has a lot of other faults. The driving model doesn't align with any other game in the series is a big one. The complete lack of radio stations that would actually exist in... the lack of radio stations that would actually exist in New York. Like, where's the pop radio? My Nico would absolutely be listening to, like... I don't know, Britney Spears. Like... I mean, no.
Brings up anything. I'm in you.
No, and that's fine, but you know what I'm saying, though? There wasn't any radio stations in GTA 4 that, there was, okay, I'm not going to say those stations couldn't exist in New York. They probably do. But where's the rest of them? Why is all of it, like, that one genre, essentially? Alright, roll credits. We got the name. It's in the game. There was once the land where the power of the gods was said to slumber. This was once the king of Hyrule, but that blessed kingdom has been transformed by the king that rules the twilight. It is being turned into a world of shadows, ruled by creatures who shun the light. Can I just say, my Steam controller hasn't died yet since I got it. And I've beaten Twilight Princess and Super Mario World and played Grand Theft Auto 5 and more besides. Like, I didn't beat Grand Theft Auto 5, but I beat Mario World, I beat Twilight Princess. The battery in this thing is wildly good. He is 100% dead. All in a single charge, yeah. I charged it the day I got it, and I haven't plugged it back in since. Except for, like, the very brief period of time where I was doing firmware updates, because you can't do those wirelessly. I mean, you can, but Valve doesn't let you do them wirelessly. Surrender or die. Okay, Zant. Yeah, Valve says that the battery should be around 40 hours, 30 hours, something in there. I'm probably going on 50 at this point. And it's not like I've turned down the rumble. I've actually turned up the rumble in Steam. It's like maxed out because I like rumble. I've also driven it around like an RC car and played music on it. Because undocumented feature, you can just send PCM audio to it and it will play music. Or whatever you send to it as PCM audio. It doesn't have a speaker though. It does it all using the haptics. But you can sing along to the music because like it's clear enough to hear singing. Like, it's really well done. Yes, they are. That happens in 2028. Also, I think that they're going to backpedal on that because clearly they didn't talk to their lawyers. And it's not for the reasons you might think. Because right now, Sony can make the argument that they don't have a monopoly on selling software for their console. See also iOS. See also Android. Where Google and Apple have been forced, at least Apple has been forced, to open up their phones to other software sources. Right? Because they were the only distributor with the App Store. Until now, Sony has, in court, made the argument that they are not the sole distributor because you can buy the games in stores. There's other sources for the games, despite the fact that those are still sold by Sony. It's an incredibly bad argument, but my point is, getting rid of physical games means that they're going to be forced to allow third-party software on their console if someone takes it to court, and I think they should. So either Sony reverses courses on removing discs, or they let you have your own software. This isn't a problem for Microsoft, because they thought ahead on this, and you can pay, I think it's $10 for a license to be a developer for your Xbox. And you can just install whatever you want on it. You can already install Linux on your PS5. In fact, there's already some people working on getting SteamOS working on the PS5, just outright, which I think is hilarious. Can you install Linux on the Xbox? I don't believe so. No. But you can just install whatever you want. Oh, yeah, fair. Well, I mean, they're up to, I think you can install on every firmware up to version 8 now.
Students,
Why are they searching for me? I don't know. Could it be because you're the Twilight Princess, Midna? No idea. I mean, technically Zelda's the Twilight Princess. Midna's the Twilight Princess. It's very confusing. I'm of the opinion that that there should be no device that restricts you from running whatever operating system you want, provided one is available. There should be no reason that I can't install baseline Linux or another version of Android on my phone. There's no reason that I should be restricted from installing Linux or Windows or whatever on my PlayStation, my Xbox, my Nintendo Switch. Frankly, I purchased it. I own it. It is my object, not yours, Sony, Microsoft, Nintendo.
secret. Well, thank you.
Okay, I want to point out, she shows off this ability and then never uses it again. Despite the fact that there was multiple times where it would have been incredibly useful.
What could you my you my good pair? He good my and
Also, she shows off this ability, never uses it again. She made a portal there. It did not already exist.
how you steal your one anything anything what going in. Definitely.
There are multiple times where being able to place your own portal or impersonate someone would be so useful. You need the GTA 6 disc? Well, too bad. I mean, they'll probably release one later, but...
How if one good my
She wants me to go and fetch her the sword and shield. Also, have you noticed how the game is transitioning us to dusk right now?
we do support.
I could have stayed in here as long as I wanted. Time wouldn't have moved. During that conversation, though, it transitions it to dusk. I could really use an ending blow right about now. He definitely moves his eyebrows or something. It's hard to tell, though, because I'm not in a position where I can force the camera to stay in place. I mean, you say that, but a quad-layer Blu-ray disc is 125 gigabytes. That you could fit, reasonably, the entirety of Grand Theft Auto 5 on a single Blu-ray disc. Yeah, it is a lot. It's huge. Discs hold so much data if you let them. I mean, a quad layer Blu-ray disc is not the cheapest thing in the world, but it absolutely exists. Yeah. That being said, I'm all for going for a flash-based solution. You buy the game, or either digitally or physically, and you just plug in a USB thumb drive of some description, and that thumb drive can hold one game if you purchased it for that game, or multiple games if it's just a generic drive, and all the updates and everything go on it as well. I am of the opinion that there is no need for the obscene speed requirements that Sony is pushing, considering that, like, it's been shown to not matter, so...
Oh. Oh. Ah. Oh.
Like, Sony's pushing for, like, you know, the 5.5 gigabit PCI Express Gen 4 drives. But they just work with much slower drives if you bypass the firmware restriction. Like a 1000 megabit technically also too small SSD that's PCIe Gen 3. Like, it genuinely just works. It functions just fine. Okay, fine. I'll get attacked first. Like, you get slightly longer loading times, like to the tune of seconds.
What?
And honestly, I would be more than willing to just have slower USB drives for games, if that's what it came down to. I mean, certainly discs are too slow these days for a lot of games, and that's fine. There's no reason you couldn't just make a decently fast USB 3 thumb drive and just install the game on that. I mean, hell, the Wii U, the Wii U will let you play games off of anything that is a USB mass storage device. There was somebody that managed to install a Wii U game on a zip disk. That is not a fast storage device, and it worked just fine. But it did mean they could make, like, you know, that. Maybe they could just do that. Yeah, they're fast enough for being installation media for a game. It doesn't need more than that.
You are you. Yes, let's have a chat, shall we? There we go. You know, I bet the fairy call is over because they felt this coming.
I am, for the record, fairly sure that this was supposed to happen prior to us actually ending up in the Twilight to create that portal preemptively. Because it makes more sense that way. Than Medna showing she can create portals at will and then never doing it again. But yeah, I'm all on board for the idea of being able to buy a thumb drive of whatever size needed. You know, if GTA 6, say it's a 200 gigs, sell it on a 250 gigabyte USB stick. That gives you 50 gigabytes worth of space that you can just dump updates into. See you later, Static. Can I just say it's kind of odd how close this and the other Spirit are? Like, the other two are like massively spread out, and then there's this one, and the one just on the other side of the bridge, basically. Like, they're next to each other. And I understand why from a story perspective, but realistically, I think they would probably prefer to live further apart. But yeah, the other bonus of that USB stick thing would be you could... They could do things with them, like, you know, it would, the first time you insert it, it would ask you, do you want to assign this key to your account? You say yes, now you have it. And that's just a license. So even if the USB drive fails, it would still be able to download the game and put it on another USB stick. The license would stay with the account unless you assign it back to the thumb drive to move to a different account. That solves transferability. It would still require verification on Sony's server side, but there's no reason you couldn't do it. Or Xbox's, for that matter. Like, there is solutions to this. If you need to go bigger than a Blu-ray. And the nice side effect of that would be game updates would live with the game, so you could take your game, plug it into a friend's console, whoever, download the updates, bring it home, and now you have a fully updated game. You wouldn't even require the license for it. Just allow consoles without licenses to download updates. Even if it's just downloading the update package, but it's still encrypted. And then the person who owns the key has the ability to decrypt it. So, you know, you plug it in at home and it would take 20 minutes. But that's fine. These are solutions to problems that don't need to be problems. They can just be better. Oh, you know what? I wonder if I could do this without Midnight. was thinking I could probably kill them without just doing the tutorial. If I just if I damaged all of them once and then did the spin attack with them around me, I think I could do it. I regret not thinking about that sooner. Alright, let's go here collecting. The question is, if I had skipped it and went over here, would they still be here? I don't care. Right, you have to talk to him. They just died? I was curious because the entrance was open. Why is there just like full-grown leaves in here? It's mushrooms, it's a cave. Also, I want to know what happened here. Why is it filled with gas now? Also, why is that gas repulsed by the existence of, like, fire, I guess. for the record, there was definitely a Poe in that Centauri. It just doesn't appear yet.
Is there any?
It's wild to think that the Master Sword is just over there. Like, it's right there. This is the boss I'm fighting in the head. There's these scary monsters everywhere, right? Those village kids got led through the woods for some reason. Gee, I wonder. Could it be because you led them? I'm just saying.
Oh, we still need this.
What's so great about the world of light? Well, I mean, the visibility is a big one, you know. By the order of the gods, I protect this forest. Yes, yes, you do. Yeah, I do love that we get the. I do love that we get this clothing, but I do wish that there was a built-in option to go with the default clothing. You know. An option in here that let you change what clothing you're wearing. There we go. Lots of options there. will say the clothing doesn't quite work as well with some of these animations. A little bit of clipping. Where was the clothing option? There it is.
Secret.
Thank you for re-tutorializing me on the weapon that you gave me, or that I got tutorialized on technically like an hour ago, so I guess kind of makes sense, but like... I wonder if it'll just... No. Do I get any bottle? Do I get another bottle from him if I buy the lantern oil? My only other bottle is half full, so let's find out. Cool. I'm all for having another bottle. It's gonna do that every time I transition their room, isn't it? I was about to say he didn't even refill it, but no, he totally did. He just gave me a bottle. He didn't refill the lantern. Certainly the Ordon sword feels much more capable than the wooden sword. Because it's not a wooden sword. Stop stealing my oil. It's a good thing that technically that lantern has infinite oil until such times they put it down, which is when it's empty. I do want to mention though that the fire in that lantern is at present traveling ahead of the lantern itself. Come on. Come on. Okay, I'll come back so you can run up the hill ahead of me. That was just unnecessary. I'm curious. Dusklight mods. Yeah, there is absolutely mods here. Lazy tweaks, what is this? LGBTQ path tracing. Neat. I mean, it's not really path tracing, it's shaders. Wind Waker skin pack? Uh-huh. Mip maps merged. Oh, cool. A lot of reshades in here. A facial tattoo, that's a choice. Button prompts. Which supports everything except for the Steam Controller 1 and 2, and Steam Deck. Midday Lycanroc? Here, I'm gonna change this so you guys can see. But yeah, there's all kinds of mods to the game. Legend of Old Man Link, Battle Hardened. With bonus. Invisible wooden sword, okay. Concept art Wolf Link? Yeah, I do recall that being there was concept art of that. That... No, I'm good. May the Triforce be with you. That's terrible. Neat. The Hero of Angst. Yep. Melee Link. There's a lot of interesting changes. There's a lot of texture mods is what I'm seeing here. Rusted iron boots, I kind of dig that. And it's called the Hero Shield, not the Terminus Shield, but sure. I will say, that looks out of place. Those have too much space between them. They're very much the Ocarina of Time hearts, but there's too much space. Yeah. No, the one in here that has honestly caught my eye is this one. Well, that and the Pride Shields, but that's just because it's fun. Yeah, see, those bits there on the other shield didn't make sense. But no, the so far what I'm seeing is it's darker. I kind of prefer the original in almost every case here. Yeah, it's just way too dark. Now, this one here, this looks good. This I dig. I prefer the reshade here, but every other scenario that's being presented... Okay, that's just a picture you included because it felt epic, not because you needed to show it off. Anyway. For the record, you have to talk to this wolf. It is the only required skill in the game. You have to do it. You cannot defeat Ganon at the end of the game if you do not talk to this wolf here at the beginning. Every other one's optional, though. Although they do make the combat far more fun and easier. A sword wields no strength unless the hand that holds it has courage. Yes, yes. Good thing he's a ghost and not alive. He's also just straight up Link from Majora's Mask, by the way. Which makes my anecdote about going straight from Majora's Mask to this even more poignant, I think. Oh, I need to buy some oil. Hang on. Hear that? I'm stingy and cheap. Yeah, okay, fine.
Think it gonna poop.
always useful. Ring like a bell. Yeah, I'm never gonna be able to collect any of those. Don't know why they even put those up there. When in doubt, ending blow. Do you think you could have put the put that in any more of a directly in your face location?
How we will be okay.
Really, game? Didn't realize what I was trying to do there? I don't know why I climbed up here, just kind of wanted to. I saw a climbable surface and I was like, yes. It's the terrifying bird thing. Macaco. Good to know it's keeping an eye on me. there's an argument to be made that a Zelda game is a non-standard roguelike. Well, let's go rescue a monkey. What? Eyebrows. It's very strange. Close the door. Okay. I suppose this is the temple where you just put vines in random places, isn't it? So this game sometimes does a thing where it assumes that the direction you're pushing should not change, even though the camera orientation did. I just climbed those stairs there where I was walking sideways across the stream while pressing forward on the controller the entire time. And it usually kind of sometimes works out, but often enough, it's just irritating. Oh, well, that was a terrible job. Meanwhile, IRL, Link just doesn't have hands anymore. Wow, okay. That was fucking weird. Okay. I got the red rupee. I really just want back up, guys, please. Well, that was an impressive jump from that monkey. Yeah, okay, fine. That was a miss. Love it when the controls don't quite cooperate. Twice. Like that. Okay, but both throws are my fault. I'll admit that. There we go. You know, I've gotta wonder, those bomb creatures, like, they must manufacture some sort of probably glycerin-based compound. How hard do you figure it would be to isolate that? And you'd certainly need to figure out how to, you know, make them not self-immolate. Now here's a question for the older people. When was the last time you heard about human spontaneous combustion? Because it was a thing that people were talking about in like the 90s. And I think that's hilarious. Because like there's no such thing. It was just an excuse given for people falling asleep while smoking and lighting their bed on fire. Like it's like, why? How? Why do we have to assign a diagnosis to falling asleep while smoking and lighting your bed on fire? Like, it was all the rage. It was like tabloids. It was wild. But like they were treating it like it was just a thing that could happen to you at any time, anywhere. You just suddenly burst into flames. I will never get over the fact that Nintendo gave this monkey a butthole. Then again, this was the first Zelda game rated T15, so we can get away with that. Also, I don't think we ever see another bug do that, where the bug takes over the creature's mind. I don't recall seeing that ever again. So this is really an anomaly, because not only do we get bug controlling mind in that way, we also get a self-aware fairy of winds who resides in a boomerang that never speaks again and is never relevant again. This is the only living weapon that we get. And it never speaks again. I think they just forgot to remove that message.
What me?
Should have gone farther. How far out can I send it? The gyro is backwards for some reason? Now it's correct. Is it because I'm facing the wrong direction? Nope. Okay. I don't know what just happened there.
You puppy. We wait, was.
This game certainly does have some really pretty environments. No, I don't think there's anything left I need to do over here. Other side there, though. You know, the first time I played this game was on the Wii, so everything was backwards the way it is now. And it felt weird the first couple times that I played it with the map in this orientation, but now it just feels weird not to. The Wii version feels weird now, basically is what I'm saying. That being said, talk about the Wii version. You can just do that. I would love a new Zelda game in the style of the older games, especially if they bring back things like collecting all the fairies.
Do you?
I think it can't be stated how good gyro is in a game like this. Cannot be understated, rather. Because you don't need Z targeting when you can just aim. I wonder where that used to go. That set of stairs. I mean, presumably it goes to this. Presumably it went to this room, but this room's also a bit full of water and stuff. So. Mysteriously watertight, to be honest. It's a bit odd. You wouldn't expect this room. You wouldn't expect this to be quite this watertight. Funny, there's a lot of animations that look like things are just teleporting around when you're playing the game at 30 frames a second. But when you're at like 165 like I am, a lot of animations lose that effect. It's kind of neat. Also, when you're playing at that frame rate, you can tell when something has had multiple effects because you can sometimes hear the two separate chimes at the same time. Here's a question. How did the monkey get put in there, and how did the stone get put there afterward? It's like they didn't fall in through the ceiling. It's kind of sealed. The ceiling is doing its job. can show it. I will say, I've always found it weird that those like fly in the air and then disappear. Where do they go? Nobody knows. Again, the gyro's back. There's gotta be some weird combination of like inputs, the input memory that it has, combined with the gyro, just not vibing. I just realized I do need to go back. Because I never grabbed the boss key. Or both of the pieces of heart, I guess, technically. I don't remember where the pieces of heart are. They're around somewhere. Might be one in the main room here. Let's grab the boss key first. In fact, I can think of two likely places for pieces of heart right now, so let's hit them both. What was that camera? I believe this is the compass.
What?
That's not gonna be a piece of heart. That's gonna be money. am just having fun with this. Right, I got the first one, didn't I? Yes, I did. Alright, we're good now. I got both from this temple. To the boss. This is the wrong door. Kind of running on autopilot and just went to the wrong door entirely. You know, after the first couple of those, they definitely just cheated and had the monkeys teleport. And then some of them didn't, and I guarantee you there was teleporting monkeys there. How much do you trust a chain of monkeys like this? I don't know. You know, only in HD do you realize that particular bomb is just floating in midair. There's a hole in that log, and it's just floating over it. I have to imagine that hurts. If there's one thing that Zelda is it's very cinematic. And dramatic. It's a very cinematic, dramatic type of game. Series. Yeah, this very much reminds me of the Sands of Time in, what's the DS one called? The Zelda DS game with the boat. Which, by the way, is my favorite portable Zelda game until Twilight Princess became portable. Because I can play it on my Steam Deck now. Blue is still there. Rip. Seems to be an issue with the LODs, specifically to do with the textures, regardless of if you're using a high-res texture pack or not. And this isn't the only place where it's visible, it's just where it is here. That's deep. Okay, one thing I've always wondered. Okay, we're gonna try this. How far down does this go, and what's at the bottom? A void, okay.
What ain't old puppy? Nigun.
I realized that entire time I didn't have autosave turned on, so I turned it on. It should be on by default, I think. I'm not sure though. I had it turned off though because of my tampering with the gate code in the game. I didn't want to corrupt my save. Spotted is there's a chest underneath that bridge. Trying to remember what tree it is out here that has. There it is. Gamers never look up, so they can entirely miss that. I think I want to go this way. Honor to mail, as you do. I salute you, sir. said, I think this is where I'm going to call it a day. I hope you guys have enjoyed. I'll see you later. I don't know if it'll be tomorrow, next day, whatever. But I'll see you again later. Have a great